Усіх вітаю. Довго мене заходили взагалі на стріми. На Хогвартс та ще довше. Що? Що це таке? Message of the day. Можна з персонажем розмовляти після такого, як квест виконав. Ну, це, звісно, було зрозуміло з самого початку. Продовжимо. Цікаво, як давно у нас взагалі був ластовий стрім, а тим паче по Хогвартсу. Угу. Крайній стрім. Стоп, це ж YouTube. Крайній стрім у нас був 8 днів тому. А по Хогвартсу 3 тижні тому. Прикольно. Так, зараз. Угу. Зараз я чат собі підімкну. Все, ходімо. Так, книга... це дівчинка тут.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. They don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
Ну, нам, думаю, обов'язково це робити. Там не було варіанту відхилити.
Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Не знаю. Я не знаю. Так. Зараз Google в допомогу. Як тебе звати? Софія Франклін. Quiz. Answers. Так. Ну що? Golden Snidget.
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid?
Ну, це easy, це Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility.
Я думав, нам дадуть Cloak of Invisibility, але ні. Квафл, наскільки я пам'ятаю, да? Давайте чекнемо. Так, квафл, правильно.
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 2 points.
Тут 3 етапи питань, без приколів.
Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this is
Заходимо на Intermediate.
I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Не знаю, пройти їх зараз, типу? Давайте пройдемо їх зараз, добре.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Wizards Council.
The Wizards' Council.
That's correct.
Council.
The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of
Oh,
the
7.
International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Перувійський Vipertooth.
The Peruvian Vipertooth.
Brilliant! Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Hengist Woodcraft.
Hengist of Woodcroft.
That's
Hengist,
right.
окей.
It is believed that Hengist used the
Звідки я мав це знати?
Inn as his home. The Hide-Behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
Demigus.
A demiguise.
Yes! While the Hide-Behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
Lethifold, це, щоб ви розуміли, Дементор.
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Гемп.
Gamp.
That's it. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
О, це ізі. Never tickle a sleeping
Never tickle a
dragon.
sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
Рунспур.
The Runespore.
That's right. According to Parselmouths, each of the Runespore's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and
Тут
the right
залишилося
is the
ще 2 питання, і
Where
потім
is
ще пачка
Ilvermorny
з
School of
раз,
Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 питань там. Грейлок.
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful
Stuart
mana
Little?
potion known to wizard kind?
О, Амортенія. Амортентія.
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
I'm ready.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Egbert the Egregious.
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right. Emmerich
Yeah.
gained notoriety
I know,
for
I know.
terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Haversaking.
Haversacking.
That's right.
Haversaking.
Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when 2 chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Це вже питання. Bad luck.
Bad luck.
Correct! Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Mimblus Mimblentonia.
Mimblus Mimbletonia.
Correct! The Mimblelus Mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The pepper-up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Linfred of Stinchcombe.
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the pepper-up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
Single slipper.
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beedle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
North America.
North America.
That's right. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Okami and has serrated fangs and a
Ще 3
bulletproof
питання.
heart. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Luckless.
Sir Luckless.
Correct! The 3 witches in the story are named Asha, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
Ну, це можна і так знати.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Гемп.
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses.
До речі, нагороди тут взагалі ж ні про що.
It's nice to know there's another
Просто
student who
закрила квест.
appreciates the value of knowledge. I'm frankly astonished by how well you did. You have a talent for trivia. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Оп. Book on Intermediate Transfiguration. А що на цій клавіші? А, так, а реально у них... А, я зрозумів, у них на цій клавіші таргетинг, наче.
Revelio.
Реліо. Так, тут я вже Глейсія зв'язав, так. Тут десь має бути спуск нижче, ага. Не сюди. Лист. Note to Professor Black. Мені, мабуть, треба інвентарі. Note to Professor Black. Заборонити магію. Розуміло. Там, до речі, про Креседі.
Revelio.
You're my second favorite hero.
Я? Та ти що? Я що, не можу сюди пройти? Щит. Ну, добре. До речі, чого вони, до речі, не підвезли можливість кинути собі під ноги тут порошок? Це було б дуже імерсивно. Так, ну добре, я думаю, оскільки ми у Хогвартсі, нам можна би і перевдягтися вже. То я прям... Не та клавіша, все зрозумів. Де моя улюблена... О, до речі, дивіться, яку накидку намотив. Competitive. Ні, де моя та, що така? Це, мабуть, вона і є. Нарешті вони чисті. Так, і костюмчик. Давайте ось так. Чи взагалі ось так? Ні, так не хочу. Ось так. Нарешті чисті мантії у персонажів. Але паличку ми все ще з рук не випускаємо. Ну можна ж додати клавішу, щоб прибрати паличку просто. Сюди нам теж треба. Тільки от сюди. Ну, ні, можна ось так. Так буде правильніше, давайте так правильніше. Оп. Підземна гавань.
So this is the underground harbor.
Ну, що це у нас?
Revelio.
Угу. Ось сторінка. А, це вони звідси приїздять на човнах, пам'ятаєте, на початку? Сюди саме вони і запливають. Але якось воно маловато, щоб нормально заплисти. Оп. На пацюка. Плюс 500. Це ж я під Феліцесом, так? Ех, нема в мене екранів завантаження.
Revelio.
Нічого тут поруч нема. Куди нам там треба? Fast travel. Portal powder. Нікого нема. Ну тут не обіграється той факт, що... А що тут можна зіграти? Той факт, що я вночі бігаю. Що, можна знову зіграти?
What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help at the lake. I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
I suppose so.
Shall we begin?
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of. The Pinked Smedleys will always look upon you as a trusted ally and friend. Accio.
А що це таке?
That's the way to do it.
Revelio.
Так.
Accio.
А, я забув відпустити. Тут же треба відпускати.
That's the way to do it.
А! Релоудінг. Я забув, що треба відпускати тут каст. О, це кайфово. Це чисто Бетмен. У нас нема часу, щоб бігати ногами. Ми занадто крутий
Hello,
чарівник.
Grace. Let's play Summoner's Court.
До речі, бачите,
Ready?
я завантажив сейф, але все одно гра думає, що я вже грав. А що у мене тільки плащ літає, а в них всіх він як приклеєний? Помітили?
That's the way to do it.
Не.
What a remarkable shot! Accio. That's the way to do it.
Ай. Ну, добре.
That's the way to do it.
Блін, я все одно їй дав перемогти.
Seems I got the better of you.
Авада кедавра.
Momentum.
Seems you couldn't get the upper hand.
Let's
go.
have it.
Then take your... Accio.
О. Ну, це спеціально гра, типу, вже гірше її робить, щоб я міг перемогти. А я зараз буду так ще гірше грати спеціально. Бачите? Напромахується спеціально. Теж таке собі, якщо чесно. Типу, щоб гравець не відчув себе дурником. Все.
That's the way to do it.
Мені її, щоб перебити, є лише один варіант. Він дуже нелегкий. Можна вже рестарт робити.
Hello, Grace.
Давай,
Let's
давай,
play
скіп,
some-
скіп.
Ready?
Скіп, скіп.
I'm game.
Well... Accio. That's the way to do it. That wasn't what I wanted to see. Accio. That's the way to do it.
Блін. Ще й на 50 її зараз.
That wasn't what I wanted to see.
Розумів? Це спеціально.
What a remarkable shot! Well, it appears I've been bested. Well done! Diving, summoner's court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
You played a good game, though, Grace.
I did play rather well, didn't I? Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance.
Так, save load, якби, save load Це наше все. І що, ти просто підеш? Ну, ось бачите, нема системи дружби з персонажами. Вони просто йдуть собі і типу забувають про головного героя, та й все.
What was that for?
Ні, не можна. Так, квести. Бомбарду вивчимо. І тут зараз трансформацію можемо використати. І це можемо використати Кресіді допомогти. Speak with Dick. О, до речі, да, в мене ж не страви там є. Ну, давайте. А, ну так правильно, це ж я сюди і біг. Ходімо.
Revelio.
Цікаво.
Speaking of astronomy, I'm surprised you're not fixated on Venus.
Incendio.
Серйозно?
Helen had me on hot bricks the other day, telling us about her colleague who befriended a griffin.
Добре, побігло далі.
Hand up and said we had a griffin come by our street.
Блін, ну загалом Хогвартс це, ну, прикольна гра. Просто, ну, недороблена. І досі. Не вистачає в ній елементів. Зараз будуть битися, дивіться.
Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus.
Ключ?
Revelio.
Ключ.
Why so much about the forest?
You scoundrel! I do not favor
Ай. Та, блін. У мене слабкість реакції напала. Да, блін! Тільки прибрав руку. На. А чого це воно звантажується, лол? Щойно ж тут був.
Revelio.
Цікаво, гра каже, що тут щось є, але я ніфіга не бачу. Котик. Ну, що це за графонії котів? Ну серйозно, котів би могли зробити гарнішими. Чого в нього шерсть, наче з каменю зроблена? Ау. Він теж не задоволений якістю цієї шерсті.
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Прикольно. Ми тут ще не бували, мабуть. Чи бували? Це книга.
Goodness. Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Давайте. Easiest. Було прикольно б, якщо можна було зафейлити, і тоді не так би працювало добре заклинання.
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying.
І на що нам можна його накинути? Замість смертельного, наприклад.
Will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available. Last attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Levioso! Defender!
Incendio!
Glacius.
Accio! Flipendo! Descendo! Compulso!
Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest.
Revelio!
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find
О, це екран.
mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there. Bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
The best way to learn.
О, здорово.
Weasley's always been my favorite professor, although I've never liked transfiguring creatures.
Тепер можна з ними так поговорити квадратиком, типу, да? Ні, тільки раз можна так було натиснути. А що так? І все на цьому? Тю. Hello, Гомора. Мої улюблені заняття за Лохоморою. Вони вже додали функцію доступності, щоб це скіпати. Пам-парам-пам-пам-пам-пам. Що у нас тут? Що нас тут чекає? О, до речі, ми ж досі не знайшли цю кімнату... Кімнату вервольфів, ми не заходили в неї. Вовкулаків. Тут у нас що? 41 шилінг. Чи що у них там? Що я не можу? Я не можу тут телепортуватись в Гогвартсі більше. Прикол. Так, я одразу хотів зробити цей талант смертельним. Що б я ще хотів взяти? Це хіл фігня. Давай ось це візьмемо, ось це візьмемо. Стелс нам взагалі не треба. Не знаю, Dark Arts, ну я не хочу бути тут темним чаклуном. Хто знає. Дивимося. Поки що так. Тоді за бомбардою. І скілів у нас стає більше, ніж клавіш. Клас.
Revelio.
Дроу. Мунграль. Ніфлер.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Can't say I'm terribly fond of all the dung in this class.
I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment,
Так,
Professor.
новий спел. Хочу.
I'm
Я
ready
за ним
to
сюди
learn
прийшов.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary.
Ізі.
Exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people.
Ну да.
Use caution.
Не так, звісно,
when
як
casting it.
Кедавра, але...
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements.
О, бомбарда вже складніше.
Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile.
Спелмастер.
Now,
Що, я всі спели? Не всі. Всі базові спели. Бомбарда! Цікаво. Хай так.
go ahead and try it on the
Revelio.
А не Pumpkins?
Bombarda.
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
О, прикольно, бомбарда прям. Як блискавка. Кльово.
Aloha Mora.
Цікавіше, ніж Конфрінга. З нею треба поговорити, я так розумію, да? З'явилися значки, до речі.
Yes.
I was wondering what...
Are you considering some?
I haven't decided quite yet.
You do seem. I
No dobra.
believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, as well as how one may best serve the students,
Of course, Professor.
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer, but I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountain. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my study. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be...
What type of beast?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered, winged serpent-like
Serpent,
creature that can... Its eggs are made of
Ah.
pure silver, hence the
Да-да-да.
desire to trade in them.
В цьому це було. В магічних створіннях.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little... He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a net.
What did you do with them?
Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed.
Добре.
I trust beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your...
Ну да.
I shall remember that, Professor.
Все. Так, тепер нам треба в кімнату. У мене там є квест з Діком. Опа, нова роба. А воно ще крутіше. Мінус дамаг від інфері. 86 офенс. 32 рівень треба для неї. А в мене який? 31, вже скоро. Де Дік?
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How
Та там в мене
wonderful
вже
to have
купа.
more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
Пауза. Так, швиденько продовжуємо. Я думаю, десь півгодинки ще стріманемо. І зробимо перерву.
The rarest of all beasts that Master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deek had ever seen. Deek begged Master to leave her be. When Deek hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deek had to punish himself. As Deek punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deek suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deek could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deek stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deek. I'm so sorry.
Deek has only told Professor Weasley that story.
О, так, я знаю. Після того, як ми доб'ємо Hogwarts Legacy, ми пройдемо ще раз Final Fantasy VII Remake в інтергрейді. Ну, мені здається, чи текстурка рук стала гірше ця. Чи це не та шмотка? Це, мабуть, не та шмотка, але текстурка щось взагалі так собі. Не ПС5. Це, мабуть, вона, але щось текстури стали гірші. Цікаво. Даунгрейднули графу. Прикольно. Я не хочу тим займатися зараз. То вони самі себе погодують. Це такий, насправді, нудний елемент геймплею. Це, коротше, поїхали на квести. Не хочу я цим займатися. До речі, ось нам треба до Кресиді підійти, квест закрити просто. Поїхали. Снейкіч. Тут, до речі, якийсь сайт-квест можна взяти.
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a trying situation.
I'm glad you understand. Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke. No compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever, especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Turning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will
Ніфіга
you
собі.
help us?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
Зрозуміло, далі.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough.
Ну, будемо там нормально водитися, значить, зараз з
Thank you for
мертвяками
your
цим.
help. My family is indebted to you.
World Map. Ого. Ого. Ніфіга далеко. Добре, давайте спочатку поговоримо з...
Revelio.
О, найс. Greenhouse 3.
Finally have an answer as to why that.
Що ти, Кресіда?
Hello,
Півроку тут
Cressida.
сидиш.
I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want...
О, непогане руки є. Fast travel. Не знаю, може сьогодні фортик катнути чи щось таке. Чи вартові галактики добити. Чи Judgment. Чи Resident Evil добити і піти грати нарешті в Evil Within. Що ти хочеш, Себастьян?
You'll never believe what I've...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it. Because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar,
Lumos.
Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Що це?
Revelio.
Книжка перетворилася.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Оп.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Тут, до речі, потренуватися не можна? Ні, ну пофіг. Так, наступний.
So frustrating.
Quest begin.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little
А що вона?
you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Анімак, прикольно.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not.
Та куди бігти? Вони б його знайшли, лол, що?
I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Ну, це знизу є.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
Ні, нема вже.
Revelio.
Не розумію, десь є звук. Ключик. Сніг. Ня.
Revelio.
О, бачите, знизу що є. Як спуститись?
Revelio.
Угу. Цікаво, як туди потрапити.
I tried to brew some Amortentia once. It was an awful disaster.
Revelio.
My father writes to me every week asking about class and wondering if I've made any new friends. I dread mail.
Revelio.
О, бачите, тут хтось є. Але як туди потрапити, я не знаю. Це чия? Це наша? Слизеринська, мабуть?
Revelio.
А це що за пуста зона, на що вона взагалі? Якщо на неї навіть зайти не можна. О, дивіться. Лол, що?
Revelio.
Угу.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
А, ось вхід.
Aloha Mora.
Лохомора.
Revelio.
Вінгельхенд? Ні. 31. О, прикольне руків'я, наче якесь ботанічне. Зараз глянемо. Пом-пом. Так, що у нас тут? Тут у нас якийсь лист. Dear Diary, each day it becomes more difficult to put on a brave face. Okay. For my beloved Hogwarts. Це від кого? Гладвін Мон.
Revelio.
Тестрали? А що тут роблять тестрали? В натурі тестрали. Ні? Ну добре. Де там бомбарда? Ось це бомбарда, наче.
Revelio.
З цими замками це, звісно, треш.
Revelio.
I see someone's been paying attention in flight.
Ще черговий замок. Замків вже багато не буває, мабуть. Цим керувалися розробники.
Levioso. Revelio.
Добре. Наче все. Давайте де там квести. Опа, Імперіо. О, я вже там бував.
Looks rather dark in there. Revelio.
You're here. Good.
Чекай. Чи ж я гостов Цушима? Йо-моє. О! Капелюх новий. Давайте глянемо капелюх. У мене вже скоро буде next level. Це добре. Це ж це ось капелюхи. Ну, дефенс це не так цікаво.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne.
Я гляжу, вони фізику плащів трошки апнули.
I'd be interested to know what else the student
Раніше вони наче так не розвивалися.
Unfortunately, there's no name on it. But I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success.
Lumos. Revelio.
Don't lose your nerve just yet.
Lumos. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Finger. Glacius. Arresto Valera. Expelliarmus. Accio. Ascendo. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. The rest of the team insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio. Opening all of these is tempting. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
We're here for a
Revelio.
reason. This room is taller than it looks.
Leviosa. Arresto Valera.
Давай, давай.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Revelio.
Бомбарда це бомбарда, звісно.
Incendio. Accio. Revelio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Ну, це вже зрозуміло, що значить.
Incendio.
Це я ще Крусіос не юзаю. Крусіо.
Revelio.
Побігли. Тепер по сюжету.
There's something here by the altar. Reparo. Revelio.
Ну, мабуть, як завжди, але все ж таки я перевірю. Угу.
What did you find?
Revelio. Accio. Descendo. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Revelio.
Ага. Зрозуміло.
Accio. Find a safe way across. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ну.
Lumos.
Давай, прибирайся.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete.
Блін, ну добре. Сподіваюсь, пішки назад не треба буде йти. Large Square Rocks.
Revelio.
Ну чел, тут же видно. Що ти кажеш?
Looks like part of a student's diary.
Of course. Let's divide and conquer. Hold on to that diary.
It does mention something else.
Та я вже знаю.
Really? We need to focus on moving.
Do you think the pages were left here?
Slytherin mentioned they might have been left on purpose.
Добре, добре.
Of course.
Brilliant.
Це ми просто поговорили про те, що ми і так розуміємо.
Bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Та ось.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ой, сорі. Ну от і воно.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just
Зараз буде бійка.
The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
А цей чел прям його знає.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
I don't think learning the Imperious Curse is a good idea.
Блін, не те натиснув.
But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there.
Я випадково.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on
Я
guard.
випадково.
Revelio.
Я випадково.
Incendio.
Ну, в натурі випадково натиснув. Я хотів Імперіо.
Revelio. Incendio. Bombarda. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Electric. Controlzo. Repelio. Accio. Incendio.
Блін, не та. Чого не можна скіл пікнути?
Such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio.
Не знаю на що, але давайте заберемо.
Revelio. Bombarda.
Suffered decay. Just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Revelio. Bombarda. Incendio.
Чудово. Мені не вистачає спалів капець. Він теж Люмос в'язає зі мною? Да, і він зараз заюзає, дивіться. Прикольно.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Bombarder.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Glacius. Accurate.
Ну добре, я зрозумів, як це працює, але... То зробимо ось так. Спочатку, щоб відкрити ці двері, нам треба ти. Потім ти.
That worked. Keep going.
Revelio.
Щоб відкрити це, нам треба ти. І ти. Щоб відкрити цю, нам треба ти і ти. О, клас, пусто. І щоб відкрити ту нарешті, нам треба ти і ти.
Revelio.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Lumos.
I see why Slytherin's students are entranced with this place.
На. Bombarder.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Dead end. Lovely. All that.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Revelio.
Три.
Sebastian, the relic. Look. Could it be? Bombarder.
Ні, не можна. Ну добре.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
Тут треба буде, мабуть, авада кедавра.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
Опа.
Bombada! Is that ominous? Ominous! The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
От, додали анімацію, до речі, на скіли. Раніше не було такої. Бачите, переливається, типу.
If you won't put it back, then I will. Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Ого, це вибір. Ну, дивіться, насправді, мені здається, що Омініс, він такий... Вони обидва поступають, в принципі, егоїстично. Але Себастьян хоча б хоче врятувати сестру, а Омініс просто хоче, щоб, типу, нікого не втратити. І йому, типу, пофіг, що Анна так і залишиться. Тому Омініс більш егоїстичний, ніж Себастьян.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think
Мені
we
просто
should talk
цікаво.
to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Давай. Так, ми ж прийшли. Звідки ми прийшли, блін? Мабуть, звідти і прийшли. Ще ні. Та звідки ми прийшли? Ось звідси, мабуть.
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Revelio.
Не знаю, до речі, що це робити окремою локацією, прям, ну добре.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood.
Incendio! Confringo! Reparo! Depulsor! Protego! Stupiton!
Як прикольно я зробив, а?
Depulsor! Accio! Descendo!
А брумку не можна юзанути зараз? Біжимо пішки, ну добре. Паличка досі червона.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
Опа.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Oh, what happened?
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
А ну да, вони ж тренувалися битися. Бем. Це прикольно, але у мене скілпойнти. Ой, точніше скілпойнти, господи. Здібності розкидання якось рандомно залито.
Sebastian, you fool! Stop provoking them!
I'm handling it.
Блін, не зробила. Імперіо. Чи що, ще вода кидав рубахне?
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life.
Да, ще моїх Експелярмус, та ж Бомбарда, Депульсо, та купа всього.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right.
Я взагалі не те мав на увазі, коли обирав цю опцію, але добре.
I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Ти пішов, стій.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
І при тому взагалі ніякого імпакту від цього нема.
Sebastian.
Revelio. Bombarda.
Нормас. Хогвартс. Стоп, а що це значить? А не осталось. Я би хотів вчити Імперію. Ні, не сюди. Нам донизу.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an hour when I have news.
Я хочу вивчити
I
імперію.
wondered if you might teach me.
Oh, which one?
I'd like to learn how to cast the Imperious Curse.
Very well. Be very precise with your wand movement. The incantation is Imperio. Are there any other curses you'd like to learn?
That's all I
Серйозно?
want to learn for now. Thank you.
Of course. You're the only one with whom I would entrust such knowledge. Let's speak again soon.
Мені навіть не треба нічого робити, щоб його вчити. А, ні. О, це поскладніше буде. Четвірка. Чому саме четвірка? Чому не шістка? Можна на тобі використати, спробувати?
Revelio.
Ну ні, то ні. Так, що у нас ще по квестам є? Poached Eggs, Dandelion Keys, Beating Curse. А, це пам'ятаю. Ось це треба пройти, мабуть. Для цього ми летимо сюди.
What are you up to now?
An astronomy table. Should prove you.
До ночі чекаємо.
Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here.
Так. Це точно навпаки. І з меншим масштабом. Ну, мені ж треба масштаб менший. А, навпаки більший. Лео. А так, до речі, їх не дуже й то і видно тут.
Incendio. Infringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio.
Оп. Левел 3. Що ти нам скажеш?
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominous in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea. But perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After
Revelio.
Ну що, поїхали.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Йоп, Імперіо.
Revelio.
Так, ну це все в Інгельвендоці. Це не цікаво. Добре, я тут вже зачищав цю локацію, тому нам простіше буде пройти.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do
Once again, to fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
It won't be long now before we find another
One less human to worry about.
Incendio. Accio.
Descendo. Let's get this.
Arresto.
Come on here.
Glacier. Levioso. Repulsor. Accio. Imperial. Bombard. Rebellion.
Де ворог? Ага, бачу. Давай, знищуй його.
I will have my revenge.
Нормально все. Та нащо? Ти його вбив.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is.
Revelio.
And that was relatively fun.
О. От ми і в данжик ідемо.
For better or for worse, we're in. Revelio. This mine looks like a tomb.
Confringo. Both of accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Блін, я забув скинути, до речі, старі. Фігню усяку.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Incendio. Revelio. Nice of you to stop by.
Red Rock will lead us to victory!
Bombarda.
Там казали не користуватися, да, скілами цим.
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Incendio. Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high.
Accio.
Трошки заблудився.
Levioso. Revelio.
Та, блін, плутаю вверх. Що, до речі, утиліть? А, ну правильно, я по клавішам типу став.
Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Leviosa. Revelio. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Пацюки. Пацюки. Бенг, бенг. А у нас самим не провалитись.
Revelio.
Цікаво, як туди можна потрапити.
Bombarda. Accio. Revelio.
Ну добре, побігли далі. Що там?
Smashing.
Conjure stairs.
Скільки кажанів?
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Full capacity? Давайте, ну, скинемо сміття. О, до речі, капелюх на офенс. Ні, капелюх на дефенс, на офенс окуляри. Чи ні? Перчат. Да, ні, та що? А що було? Мабуть, ось це. Да. Ні. До речі, рукавички.
Revelio.
Я за звичкою почав воду ловити. О, ти теж плавати вмієш? Ніфіга собі.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Не той скіл.
Reparo. Revelio.
Що там? Якийсь паук новий?
Confringo. Incendio. Bombarda. Incendio. Professor Heckett would be proud.
She would at that.
Confringo. Glacier. Bombarda.
Оу!
Revelio.
Та це ж бійці Ранрока. Ой.
Lumo. Lumo. Bombarda. Incendio. Revelio.
А тут є анімація відкриття. Опа, undefined. Unidentified hand item.
Bombarda. Repulsor.
А, це я отак пройшов, не розумію.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment. We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Bombarda.
Крусьо. Давай, давай, давай.
Certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
We're much more fun to fight with.
Incendio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Depulso! Accio! Revelio!
Так, стоп.
We can have a look around in peace.
Revelio! Accio! Flipendo! Confringo! Confringo! Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Compulso! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa! Revelio! Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still,
Опа, третя частина журналу Ізодора.
about this place feels odd.
Revelio. A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure. But I'm fascinated by it.
Можна ж вийти звідси?
Now,
Я забув.
the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Прикольно. Тут вони вирішили не заморочуватися з анімацією взагалі.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Morrowind has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Так, ну все. Мені треба в кімнату на вимогу. І я думаю, на цьому будемо завершувати поки що. Оп, шмотки. Ще нова роба. Давайте глянемо, що там. Серйозно? Тобто у мене було 76. І тут просто я такий на 86, я зрадів, прикольно, а тут 94, це на 18 більше. Це приріст у 20%. Бомбарда. Не хочу змінювати це. Нічого крутіше немає. Все, о, до речі, руків'я. Є ж там прикольні якісь. Ну, моє поки що якось набагато крутіше виглядає за інші. Таке елегантне. Давайте зробимо філіцисів. Так, все чудово. Хоксміт. До речі, тут же Поппі. Ми зараз підемо в магаз і там закінчимо, я думаю, стрім. І потім вже на наступному якраз до Поппі одразу підійдемо. Так, стоп. А, все, зрозумів. Угу. Мені якраз таки от сюди. Ні, стоп, не сюди, сюди. Ні, якась фігня. Це щось не те. Хоксміт що, змінився? А, все, ось, нам сюди. Змінилася точка ТП, мабуть.
Ready for a little change in fashion, are we? Plenty to choose from here, so take your time.
Можна sell all зробити. Що у вас є? 95 defense, 97 offense. Можна, в принципі, взяти. 20. Це багато. 20 це багато. Скільки хочеш? 500? Давай.
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
Я маю sharp eye for stats. Ой, не той.
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Damage of all damage spells тут, звісно, був, ну, пофіг. Поки нехай буде. А ту штуку теж, ну, пофіг, добре, не буду вже.
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Так, ще давайте тваринок передамо.
Come in. Sorry if there's a smell. New batch of toad-hide. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Revelio.
Що, де? Куди? Звук десь там. Вже тут у неї десь.
Sorry if there's a smell. New batch of toad-hide.
Мабуть, на вулиці десь, але тут.
Revelio.
Точно десь тут. Ні. Цікаво. Ну, добре.
Like her to forget.
Lumos.
Ну що ж, до зустрічі. Усім до зустрічі на стрімах. Не забувайте Lumos.